A man bought a dozen boxes, each with 24 highlighters and highlighter pens inside, for $8 each per box. He repacked 5 of these boxes into packages of 6 highlighters each and sold them for $3 per package. He sold the rest of the highlighters separately at the rate of 3 pens for $2. How much profit did he make? Let's think about this problem. What information can we dissect from the story? We know that a dozen tells you he had how many boxes? 12 boxes. Each with 24 tells you the number of highlighters in each box. $8 a box tells us how much he paid for all the highlighters. So then we can find the total that he paid, which we need to figure out the profit that he made. He repacked with 6 highlighters each and separated 5 sets into 24. $3 per package is the selling price for the separate sets. The rest is the 7 sets of 24 still left after separating away 5 sets. 3 pens for $2 is the selling price for those 7 sets. So you might think this is a little complicated. All we have to do is dissect the information to figure out the answer. So ultimately, we want to know how much profit he made. So the first thing that we need to do is figure out how much he spent, right? We know that he bought a dozen, which is how many? 12. And they cost $8 per box. So what kind of math would that be? We could add 8 12 times, or we could do what? We could multiply. 12 times 8. 8 times 2 is 16. Put our 6, carry our 1. 8 times 1 is 8, plus the one that we carried is 9. So we know that he started off with 96 boxes, or $96. So we need to keep that number in mind for the end result when we need to figure out how much he will get as a profit. So let's remember $96. I'm going to erase it from here. I'm going to put it up here for my total, so I can refer back to it later. I'm going to label it total spent. All right, so now that we know the total, what do we need to know next? He made the new packages, right? So let's figure out how much he repackaged the highlighters for. Remember, he made them into 5 boxes of 24. So how much did he put in these new boxes? How do we figure that out? We could add 5 boxes each with 24 highlighters, or we can multiply. 24 times 5. 5 times 4 is 20, 0 and 2. 2 times 5 is 10, plus the 2 that I carried is 12. So we know that he repackaged 120 highlighters all together. I'm going to put that information up here also. So I'm going to put repackage or repacked 120. Now when he did that, he had the extra 6 highlighters. So, or he put them into the 6 separate boxes. So now we need to take all that he repacked and divide it by how many packages he made. So what kind of math is that when he's putting them into separate boxes? What would we need to do? Divide. 120 divided by the 6 new packages. 6 can go into 12 2 times. 2 times 6 is 12. 12 minus 12 is 0. Bring down my 0. How many times can 6 go into 0? 0 times. 0 times 6 is 0. And I end up with a remainder of 0. So now I know that he had 20 new packages, right? That was great. 20 new packages is what he has. I'm going to put that up here. I'm going to label it 20 packages because I need to keep working out this problem until I get to how much profit that he made. So it's important to label everything so you can refer back to it. Now, he sold each new package for $3. Is that what the paper said? I need to look. $3 per package. All right. So let's figure this part out. If he sold each new package for $3 per package, let's see how much he's made so far. So I have 20 new packages, and I'm going to sell them for $3. I could add it together, or I can multiply. 3 times 0 is 0. 3 times 2 is 6. So far, he has made $60. I'm going to put that up here. Earnings so far. Oopsies. $60 earned. He still has 7 of his original boxes. So, how many highlighters does he still have to sell? Do you remember how many highlighters were in a box? 24. So, 24 times 7. 7 times 4 is 28. Carry my 2. 2 times 7 is 14. Plus the 2 that I carried is 16. But he still has 168 highlighters to sell. But remember, he sold them in sets of 3 for $2 each. So if I'm going to break these up into sets of 3, what kind of math do I need to do? Right, I need to divide. So when I divide that, I'm going to divide it by 3. How many times can 3 go into 16? 5 times. 5 times 3 is 15. 16 minus 15 is 1. Bring down my 8. 3 can go into 18. 6 times. 6 times 3 is 18. Subtract, and I get 0. Okay, so now I know that he has 56 sets. So I know he's going to sell them for how much? He told us back in our problem. $2 each set. So now what do I have to do? I could add $2 56 times, or I could multiply. 6 times 2 is 12. 2 times 5 is 10 plus 1. So, how much money will he make when he sells those? $112. Okay, so now we have to add together the $112 plus what he already earned was $60. Why do I add those together? I'm trying to figure out how much he's earned all together. So, 112 plus 60. 2 plus 0 is 2. 1 plus 6 is 7. And 1 plus nothing is 1. So far, he's earned $172. Is that where I should stop? Is that what the problem wanted to know? The problem wanted to know what? Profit from the amount he spent on the highlighters. So what do I need to do? How much did he spend on the highlighters? He spent $96 of his own money. I need to figure out how much money he made out of this deal. So how do I find the difference of what he spent and what he's made? Difference? Sounds like I have to subtract.